Welcome back to the Max Reality. If you've seen my face before, then you know the drill, but if you're new here, I love talking all things reality TV, and if that sounds interesting to you, maybe check out some of these other videos once this one is done. Subscribe to the channel. Today, we're doing something a little different. Usually, we're just talking about TV shows on here, but today, I am reviewing a product from a reality TV show. If you've seen any of my other videos, you can probably guess which one that is. Yes, my friends, we are reviewing a product from Shark Tank, and this lucky product comes to us from our most recent season, Season 15, Episode 20. It is Sor Soap. If you want to hear the story of their time on Shark Tank, check out my other video that I'll link up here, which is the review from their episode. I timestamp all the businesses, so you can go just check out them if you want. But if you haven't heard of them at all, don't worry, I will be giving a quick little overview. Like I said a minute ago, Sor Soap was on Season 15, Episode 20 of Shark Tank. Entrepreneurs Dan and Dave came into the tank with their muscle scraper in the form of soap, and they ended up walking away with a deal with Mark for $100,000 for 20%. I ordered mine on April 14th, which was the Sunday after the episode aired, because that's the day I was watching it, and I forgot to write down the exact amount of time it ended up coming in. I wanted to do that, but we live and we learn. This is still new, something funky, fresh we're doing. But point being, it came in relatively quickly. Like, I was surprised how quick it came in, especially since we ordered it on its Shark Tank weekend. Usually that leads to a bunch of delays, so I was very impressed with the quickness of the shipping. I ordered the starter pack, which gave you 2 bars of soap and then a little holder for your shower for the soap. It cost $23, then $7 shipping for a total of $30. So the very first thing I want to talk about is this thing smells so strongly. Like, when I got it out of my mailbox and I picked out the package, I immediately figured out what it was without having to read the label because I could smell the soap through the packaging and through the bubble mailer. That's how strong this stuff smells. Like, I guarantee you this room is going to smell like this for like an hour after I take this out of here, after it's been in here so long. Truly, I had one of these sitting in my office for a while because, I only needed to use one at a time, and I had to move it because the whole office just smelled so medicinal. It just smells so medicine-y. And that kind of just comes down to preference, but this is not my favorite scent. I did order the original, and they also have a citrus. I don't have a lot of faith that the citrus would smell less medicinal, but I have no way to prove that right now. So, but, and that's what they don't advertise it as smelling like anything else. It's very eucalyptus mint. It smelled how I expected it to smell. I just didn't expect it to be this strong. It is less noticeable, honestly, in the shower, or maybe I just got used to it, but just sitting here with it, I'm just like, ugh. On their website, the scent notes they have are menthol, lavender, chamomile. I would say menthol is definitely the number one that comes out of this. I forgot there was lavender in it until I read that. I was like, this is just like a mint. This is mint only. But no, there's some other stuff in there. Overall, just not my favorite scent in the world. I personally think that they should make one that's just unscented, because it's not like this replaces your soap. Or if they do feel like this is what should replace your soap, that's weird to me. I don't think this is something, I don't know if that's their intention to replace your soap with this. I did not use it that way, and I don't think it would personally make a lot of sense to use it that way because of the functionality of it and not wanting to change the shape too much by just using it as soap. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I would just make one that's unscented, or at least has less of a scent. I don't know, y'all, again, this is just personal opinion, but it is so strong. Like, when I was doing my actual body wash, once I got done using this, I felt like I had to scrub extra hard because I wanted this stuff off me. On to my next little point. I really would have enjoyed for inside the packaging, there'd be some sort of instructional card or even a link to online instructional videos. And so I was looking through my notes and I was getting the website pulled up and everything. And when I pull up the website, I see that they have a tab for instructional videos. But mind y'all, when I got this in the mail, I went on the website because there wasn't an instruction card or anything like that in the package. So I went on the website looking for more instructions than just like scrape, blah, blah. Like I wanted specific like how-tos, and there was nothing there. And so to go on now today and see that, I was like, I didn't have screenshots of the website back then because I wasn't thinking about any of this. So I shot a Hail Mary and looked up the Sor Soap website on the Wayback Machine, and luckily there are snapshots of the website. But do y'all want to know the craziest thing about it? The website only didn't have that tab for instructional videos for a short period of time, and that period of time was that late April time when I was looking on their website for instructional videos. I have no idea what happened. Obviously, I don't know why they happened to be off right when they were on Shark Tank and everything, but according to the Wayback Machine, it looks like in January and February and March that tab was there. For some reason, it wasn't around April, and then it came back. I don't know why, but thank God. That was a long shot. I did not think it would be on there. I'm so glad it was, because I would have been sitting here the rest of the night being like, did I just completely miss that? Because that's what I wanted. I wanted those videos, so I'm glad they have them. I just wish they would have been there when I needed it. And I'm going to put the clip here showing y'all the Wayback Machine archive of the website, but literally it was such a short amount of time, it seems, where that was not on the website. So of course it was my luck to happen to go on the website while it wasn't there. And I'm, again, so thankful that this is on the Wayback Machine, because I would have felt like a absolute crazy person. I would have been like ruminating on this all night because I was like, I swear I did not see that on there. But to that same point, I would still have something in the packaging that leads you to that on the website, because I was just hoping there would be something on the website. I would have like a little QR code, or maybe even just a card with like simple instructions. It really was just like soap, holder, figure it out. And so I ended up like Googling muscle scraping techniques on YouTube, which was fine, but it just was annoying. Which again, part of it is not really, I wouldn't say my fault, just my luck that it wasn't on the website when I was looking. But also, there was nothing to lead me to that if I wasn't the kind of person to just be like, oh, I hope they have videos on the website. So I think people like fun packaging things, and I think that would be something nice to put in the packaging. Again, just this video is all just Morgan's 2 cents, just my opinions. Since I've given a lot of criticism, I will give my good point, which is I do think this felt very nice to do in the shower. It felt very relaxing. It was nice. At the end of the day, I will give it that. It was nice. It was fun. It was it wasn't life-changing. I feel like Mark made it feel a lot more life-changing, but to be fair, when the sharks had it on in the tank, they weren't using the soap. Sor Soap also just has a muscle scraper, and that's what the sharks were using, and that's just a completely different thing altogether. But even to that point, while it was nice, it's not nice enough that it's something I would want to have to continuously buy. It just kind of gave me the idea of like, why not use a normal muscle scraper in the shower? Because then you're not having to rebuy this thing. You don't have the soap of this thing, which I have more points about in a minute. But like I said earlier, even I wasn't replacing my soap with this. So it just led me to, why wouldn't I, if I want this experience, use a normal muscle scraper in the shower instead of this? So while it was nice, that's all I can give it. That's the best I can do. I'm so sorry. I am opening it and unleashing the smell just for y'all to make demonstrations. Okay, so it's now time to talk about some of the shower experience with it. My first thing is, when you first get it, this is what it looks like, right? This hole for this handle was incredibly small for me, and I have small hands. Like, if you want to hold it, like, with all your fingers, not happening. Impossible. Like, that's as far as it goes. Like, that's it. So then you have to hold it with 3, which just does not feel super comfortable in my own personal opinion when you're trying to, like, scrape down your body. It's like, this is just not, like, I don't know. This is my opinion. I wanted to be able to hold it, like, firmly, like this. But, like, I kinda am, but holding it right now, y'all aren't getting the full effect of trying to hold this while it's wet. So you may be looking at this and thinking like, that's fine, that's comfortable, which it's not. I promise you, this is not a comfortable way to hold this whatsoever. But two, when you only have this much like grip on it and then it gets wet, you start dropping it. It was so hard to hold the first couple times until this finally got to a point where I could like actually hold it. I was sitting there like slipping out of my hands. It was a nightmare. This needs to be bigger. This needs to be bigger. That's what I got to say about that. I don't know if this is the size to prevent it from breaking. I don't know, but that was the first impression I had of it, and that was the first of many just like not liking things about this, honestly. I guess actually the smell was first. The smell was first, this was second, I guess. And again, I personally feel like I have pretty small hands, so I can't imagine if you have any normal or big size hand trying to hold this. And I feel like especially with something like muscle scraping, when you want to make sure you have like control and grip and pressure, you would want to make sure the handle works really well. And again, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think I am. I think it's a this problem. Okay. I felt like I should look at the instructional video since I didn't get a chance to do that. This is how they hold it in the instructional video. No. No way. In no form or fashion could I have held it like that. What? Why would you make it so I have to hold it like this? Somebody needs to answer for that. I need to know if there's an actual real reason. I hold it like this? Like, you're supposed to kind of try to, like, stabilize the sides with your... That's crazy sauce to me. I'm sorry. I can't. Seeing her hold it, when she went to grab it and just went so naturally, shocking. Shocking update. So, yeah, I don't feel like the instructional videos would have benefited me necessarily a whole lot. Because, no way I was holding it like that. I did this. This is pretty much what I went with until it started working. Yeah, I don't even know how to segue on from that point because I'm so shocked. I will say, though, in seriousness, I do wish I would have had those videos, and I think I am going to watch the videos and try using this one just because I want to use it up so it's not just sitting around my house forever. And maybe I'll do a small little mini update, but probably not because I feel like I'm going to have the same feelings that I've been stating this whole time about it, especially just the feeling of I don't really necessarily think it's worth it, but I'll talk a little bit more about that toward the end. Editing Morgan here. I decided to go ahead and use that new one just so I could give a little bit of an update, and here are the notes that I walked away from that experience with. Number one, I forgot how good it felt when it was brand new and completely still in the right form and shape. When I was using it, I was just like, wow, this feels so good. So that makes me so happy that I waited to do this review until I used it all the way up, because I feel like this video would have been slightly different if I had done it after only using it like 3 or 4 times, because truly as it loses that shape, I just don't feel like it scrapes as well. Then I did try to use it as just my plain normal body soap, and yes, it is possible and it is fine, but I personally feel like it leaves that kind of filmy feel on your body, for lack of a better word, that I feel like a lot of bar soaps do. So that might just be a personal preference thing, but I felt that weird, just like sticky type feeling, and I had to just use my normal body wash to get it all off. Then I felt like the scent was less strong, but that might have just been because I had been stuck filming with it the night before for a couple hours, so that may be a little bit of bias, but I did make that note. I felt like the scent was less strong. And the last thing was, I felt like it was easier to hold, but that could have just been because I kind of knew what I was going into this time versus last time I was having to experiment with a lot of different ways to hold it. I also tried to hold it like the girl did in the instruction video, and I could not for the life of me figure that out. That is witchcraft. I don't know how they are holding it like that. I left with like the 3 type finger approach that I was showing there at the end, and it was easier, but it could just be because I knew what I was doing. And that is the update for y'all. I wanted to give y'all as comprehensive of a review of this thing as possible. On that same note, with the way I was holding it, I had a bunch lathering up in my hand to the point where I would like have to take my hand out and rinse it off just because I felt like there was such a buildup of soap. Again, making it hard to hold and do the action. And maybe it's because I wasn't holding it like that, but I still don't like that. On their website, it says it lasts for about 15 showers. I did find that to be the case. I don't know. I swear to God, I was tracking how many times it was used, but I cannot find the note anywhere. I know it was somewhere between 12 and 15, though. I know that for a fact. I just don't know the exact amount of time, but it did last the amount of time it said it would, so there's that. I took some footage to kind of show y'all what it looked like during the process of using it. I have it at the very beginning when I first got it, then about midway through, and then I have it after it broke compared to the newer one that I had, so you could see the difference. So enjoy all of that. Editing work in here again. I just have to say the reason the two broken sides look so different is because once it broke, I obviously couldn't hang it on its little hanger anymore. So I just set it on the edge of the bathtub, not thinking about like which side was which. So that one side looks weird because it was laying flat on the tub versus the other. Again, wasn't thinking about the aesthetics of everything. This is new. We're trying things out, moving on. Overall, in terms of the product though, I don't think I'll be purchasing this again. Like I was saying earlier, it just doesn't really feel like it's something that's worth reinvesting in all the time. I would much rather just use a normal muscle scraper. I thought about buying theirs, but I thought it'd be more of like a fun comparison if I just bought some random off-brand ones. So I spent $43.67 total on muscle scrapers. I spent $30 just to get these two soaps, and this is what I got for $43.67. That's after tax and everything. This bad boy with a handle you can hold correctly. Look at this. Look at this. Like, it's just, the difference is incredible. Incredible. I can't even. But that's not even all. We also got this fun one. Great. Fantastic to help get other areas. And this one. But no, that is not all, because I even wanted to get face stuff. So I got this roller and then this face muscle scraper. And all of that was from Amazon for a little under $44. So I got all of this that I can reuse all the time versus this, that if you want to buy like the single bar, it's $12, and then they have like a big pack and a subscription. So it varies in prices. Let's say though it's about $12 a bar, because I don't know what shipping is. I'm not going to factor in all the prices. It's just not comparable to me. Like if I really want to do it in the shower, I'll use one of the metal ones, dry it off real well so it doesn't rust. At the end of the day, I think that is the thing that makes more sense. Eventually, it'd be really cool to see if their muscle scraper is better than this random one I got on Amazon. But at the moment, I don't really want to give them more money because the $30 for the soap was enough for now. There's other products to review, so maybe in the very distant future we'll see that. And that is all the thoughts and feelings and opinions I had about season 15, episode 20's Sor Soap. Overall, I'd give it probably 1 out of 5 shark fins, I think, if that's how I'm gonna rate it. I don't know. I give them at least 1 point because I like the idea in theory. That's why I bought it. I bought it honestly because I thought I was gonna like it. I just don't really think it worked in practice, but it did lead me to learn about muscle scraping and all that, and I have been using the little normal tools so much, so I am thankful for that. So, ruling stands 1 out of 5 fins. As always, I want to hear all of your thoughts, feelings, opinions down below. Have you tried Sor Soap? What was your experience with it? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you not agree with my opinions? I want to hear all of that down below. If you want to try out a Shark Tank product for yourself, might I recommend checking out friend of the channel Stealth Bros & Co. and using my code SBCMAX20 for 20% off your purchase. They just added crossbody bags and backpacks, so definitely use my link below to go check all that out. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. This thing, you can smell it through the packaging. Like, it's so strong. I'm just sitting here like, whoof.